Hello Libra, welcome to your tarot reading. I'm Maritza of the Sibyl Heart, and trying to remember my usual spiel. This is a tarot reading for the collective of Libra, so if this reading doesn't resonate with you personally, feel free to cross-watch any other sign that you feel is relevant to you. Usually it's sun, moon, and rising sign, but it can also be your Neptune sign or Lilith sign even. So whatever you feel is pertinent in your birth chart for you, and I have it here on my channel, go ahead and watch that. Also, if none of those collective readings resonate with you, I am also available for personal readings, and you can find the links to the form and the schedule in the description box, so feel free to explore that. As always, these readings are for entertainment and personal enlightenment purposes only. Please do not use these readings to replace any kind of professional advice. And I would like you to approach this reading with an open heart and an open mind, and have it be like a conversation between friends, where you take or leave whatever advice is suggested or given, and you make a decision of whether you want to heed that or not, and you take what resonates and leave behind whatever doesn't. So, with that being said, what messages does the tarot have for Libra? What messages does tarot have for Libra? Okay. First is the moon reversed. Then we have the Seven of Cups, and then we have the Knight of Wands. So let's see, what is the narrative here? So the moon reversed. So the moon reversed, we want to think about the waning phase to new moon phase of the moon cycle. And what that means is it's sort of a slowing down or resting phase where you kind of allow yourself to rest, I guess, from the world. It's a winding down period. And it's perhaps in that winding down phase where you will allow your sleeping dreams, like literally the dreams that you have while you're asleep, to come up to the surface and allow them to communicate messages to you. And you may even see spirit guides that will help you through a particularly confusing time. The reason I say that you're going to allow your dreams to essentially communicate with you is because the moon, of course, is during nighttime, and like I was saying, it's a winding down, or you can also interpret it as like a dimming down of light. And so when you use light as a symbol, it represents the conscious aspect of yourself, and when you begin to dim down that conscious aspect, it's about the unconscious side. And the best way that we can communicate with our unconscious is through dream messages. Also, another reason why I say that this is going to be a particularly confusing time is because the moon reversed kind of points towards that direction, and the Seven of Cups is about either having too many options or not really knowing what to do because your heart is being pulled in too many different directions. One reason I say that you might have spirit guides show up in your dreams is because the Knight of Wands, all knights really in tarot, are carrying messages, and the element that represents wands is fire, and fire is the element of transformation, and it's sort of a catalyst or a catalyst towards alchemization, because you need fire. Fire is the thing that starts the process. Ultimately, what fire does is it transforms things into what I'm envisioning is it allows things to rise into the spiritual, or it rises things from the unconscious into the conscious. And not only with the process of heat and fire or burning, but also with literally shining a light or giving warmth to something. Hopefully that makes sense. But that is essentially what I'm seeing with the first 3 cards. Then we have the Ten of Wands reversed. And the Ten of Wands speaks about letting go of heavy burdens. So it sort of represents what the moon reversed represents, which is a winding down, slowly releasing what feels emotionally heavy, or it's just something that you don't really need necessarily. So you kind of want to just drop it and deal with it when you're better able to deal with it. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. In some ways, I can see the Wheel of Fortune as being another card that represents a winding down, like you're slowing down or taking things slow. And I'm also thinking what I'm envisioning really is like a closing of gates. Like you're ready to close the gates in order to protect yourself. And I feel like this is an energetic protection. I'm really paying attention to the 4 guardians here on the corners of the Wheel of Fortune. And again, I feel like they're pointing to dream guides or dream spirits who carry messages. So some of you may have dreams that feel really significant, and some of you may or may not be able to interpret dreams, but I would say with the Ten of Wands reversed, I would say be careful not to take your dreams at face value, if that makes any sense. There's always, what you see in dreams is not the message you're intended to get. Usually dreams can be tricky. They usually have a twist or a turn, and the message is usually sort of under the surface of what's going on in the dream. So just be wary that dreams are not a face value message. Then we have the High Priestess, which is a dream card. It is the card of the unconscious. So along with the moon card in the reading, dreams will definitely be significant at this time. I believe we're actually in the waning phase of the moon. I think we just had a full moon, so yeah. So right now, dreams will be significant, or dreams are not the only way to make contact with the unconscious. You can also use tarot that you read for yourself. You can also use art, writing, music that really moves you. And when that happens, try to discover why, because it'll more than likely uncover some things that you weren't really aware of, but that the music kind of had it bubble up a little bit. Okay, then we have the world reversed. So when I sort of combine the world with the Ten of Wands reversed and the Wheel of Fortune reversed, it sort of makes me think of chaos. The world upright makes me think of structure and order. So when it's reversed, it's chaos and dilapidation, I guess. Things might be a little chaotic. Well, first of all, since I've been talking about dreams through the whole reading, I'm thinking if you're new to dream work, it might seem chaotic at first, just because dreams are weird to begin with. So try to take things slowly with dream work, and remember not to take your dreams at face value. So let's say if you dream about, I don't know, kissing a lizard, it's not about kissing a lizard, it's about something else. Perhaps rather than kissing a lizard, it's about getting close to your wild side, maybe being a little bit more of a free spirit. But that's just, and dreams can have more than one interpretation, right? You can, as my psychology professors like to say, dreams cannot be exhausted of messages. Depending on where you're at in your life, the same dream will have different meanings. Just like tarot cards, actually. A tarot card will change its meaning as you change throughout your life. So, okay, so one thing I'm kind of really pulling out here is that it's likely that you'll become interested in stuff like tarot for the very reason that it helps you make contact with that deep, unconscious part of yourself. So not just tarot, but also dreams. This could be a journey that begins for you during this time. And then the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. Why am I thinking of someone taking away something? Or it's more like, I feel like the Six of Pentacles reversed is saying this journey with dream work, or your interest in contacting your unconscious, is something that nobody can take away from you, because your unconscious, or the messages in your dreams, will always be with you. And I feel like the Knight of Wands is here to protect that. Oh my god. Can I just say, like, I have never used the court cards like that. So I find it interesting that, like, the spirit and essence of this reading is protected by the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is pretty powerful. If you think about the element of fire, if you let it go uncontrolled, it's pretty destructive, and it can easily be used as a form of protection. So, but then also you have to be careful not to burn yourself too. So I will say that. Metaphorically, literally, spiritually, symbolically. Yeah. All right. In terms of astrology, we have the moon with the moon card, and we want to think about the waning phase and what that means energetically. We have fire signs with the Knight of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We have Jupiter with the Wheel of Fortune, and it's Jupiter retrograde because it's reversed. So that's where I'm getting like the closing of the gates image, where Jupiter direct is an opening and a widening and a expanding. Jupiter retrograde is about bringing things in. And then we have Pisces with the High Priestess, and Pisces is about dreams, spirituality, imagination, a dreamy personality. Then with the world reversed, this is Saturn retrograde, and maybe even Saturn return. So both of these are about chaos and maybe a dismantling or a destructuring of certain things. Or maybe it's an unlearning, where perhaps you previously felt that dreams were all nonsense, but then now you're unlearning that and relearning about what dreams can mean. Yeah, so that is it for Libra. Thank you so much for being here. Please like this video if you haven't done so already. Leave a comment if you have any thoughts, and subscribe if you want. All right. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye.